Hey gang, seems that there was an oversight on my part. I was called out this morning by Sir Ian. I forgot Bob and Mike's Birthyear video. We've been going through these on this channel, and they share a birth year, which makes them older than fuck squared. And hey, what can I say? Can't say. I was going to say, hey, I'm just human, but I don't really know if I'm human. So here it is, 1951. I gotta say, guys, um, when I went to look up films for this year, I had automatically had wrote down two films. Without looking them up, I knew two from 1951 that are really, really good films. Unfortunately, I only came up with seven because there are a lot of films that are very popular during this year, but there are also a lot of those films that I just don't like. So I'm not going to put them on here. There are a few that are going to be like surprise, not like films. You know, they're just films that I don't care for. I'm not going to mention them. I'm just going to leave them off here and see if you notice them, which I know you have because everybody else has done the video. One that I will speak on is Alice in Wonderland. Didn't make the cut. One, because it's one of few Disney films, Disney animated features that I don't really care for. I just have never enjoyed it to the fullest. It's sad to say that I almost enjoy Johnny Depp's versions better. Actually, it's probably the truth. Now that I sit here and think about it, yeah, that's the truth. Hey, Molly. Molly's with us today, my puppy. How you doing today? Hmm? Come here. Come on, you can be in the video. Come here. Come on. You see her? There she is. Oh, Molly. Her full name is Darth Molly. She is half boxer and half some terrier, Jack Russell. She has a Jack Russell head and a boxer body, and it's really weird. She's brindle and black and white. It's nothing to do with 1951, but yeah, let's get on with the list. In order, these are not in order at all. However, the first one on the list is my favorite from the year. You all right? You all right, kid? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We've awoken the monster. Yeah. Okay. 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 You done? Nope. You done? Nope. You done? Nope. Go lay down. Okay, let's start this list. Number one, Strangers on a Train, Hitchcock, 1951, of course. Fell in love with this movie from day one. Plopped it in and literally loved it. Never really thought about it being film noir until my struggles with film noir, the genre in a whole. And I gotta say, it would be my favorite of the genre, and also my favorite on this list. Next, John Huston's African Queen. I am not a big Bogart fan, but I have watched a few, and I don't want to say he's growing on me yet, but I do want to say that I see potential in maybe opening my eyes a little bit. And this film has always been a favorite of mine. Miss Hepburn is amazing. They just play off each other really well in this movie, and it's fabulous. We have Robert Wise's Day the Earth Stood Still. This is a phenomenal sci-fi film. Alien comes back, says, "Hey, y'all fucking up. Let's clean up our act, or it's the end." And fucking phenomenal. Just a really, really solid sci-fi. And this is from an age of sci-fi right here. And I'm surprised that there weren't more sci-fi titles. Although I didn't dig real deep into like lesser known movies or things that really didn't stand out. So there probably were a lot more. But two of them on here, three or that one and Howard Hawks' Thing from Another World, which is fucking phenomenal. I literally have not upgraded this film, and I have it in a snapper case, and that will make Ian very happy to know that it's on snapper, and there you go. Next, Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man. Doesn't quite stand up to the other Abbott and Costello Universal horror movies. It is pretty good. It's got kind of a different, whatever. It does show Claude Rains in it though. It's got a picture of him somewhere in the lab, I think. But this one is about two bumbling private detectives and a boxer and accidental invisibility. Definitely does not stand up to Frankenstein, but still, all in all, a solid flick. Ace in the Hole, Billy Wilder's Ace in the Hole. Have not seen this in a very long time. Have actually been meaning to rewatch this in the past couple months. It's popped up in my head to watch, and it definitely will happen. Very, very solid movie. Really, really good cast, story. Just Billy Wilder. That's all I gotta say. And next is a very, very special movie to me, and that's Superman and the Mole Men with George Reeves as Superman. He is my Superman. When I go and read comic books or when I want Superman, of course I like the new stuff a lot. I really enjoy Man of Steel. Chris is always going to be everybody's favorite Superman. Just everything about practically all the movies, even the, Superman 4 and Superman 3 that aren't what anybody would consider good movies, are still Superman. And to me, he is and always has been my favorite, especially to read, because I just feel that a character like Superman that is way overpowered, but has so many struggles, would be a really, really hard hero to write. Especially when he seems to take his human struggles, even though he's not human, you know what I'm talking about here. Those struggles, he takes them more to heart than would be humans. I mean, he has all this power, potential. He could do anything he wants. He could be anything he wants. He could take over anything he wants, and he doesn't even have to fucking live here. But he chooses to, and he chooses to follow rules, certain rules, not all rules. Sometimes it just has to fly out the door, but for the most part, he does what he has to do as a member of society. How about that? Raised human with gifts far beyond what anybody could imagine. And owning a comic book store, watching and reading comic book stuff for so many years, I have to say that this is my favorite era of Superman. The stories are simple. Just the time period itself, and George is a great Superman. And this is the very first DC theatrical film. There were serials before this that were on. There were actually Superman serials before this, but this one's the actual full-length theatrical, even though it's only uh, an hour. It's still considered theatrical release, and actually broke up into two parts at the end of season 1 of the Adventures of Superman. Whoa. Excuse me. So yeah, that's 1951. Only 7 films. I looked and looked and looked, and I just could not bring myself to have any others on the list. And with that said, happy birth year, Mike and Bob. God damn, that was a long time ago. But I do have to say, you're not quite old. So my father has passed away now, but was born in 1950. So you're still not older than my dad. So I guess you can't be really old as fuck. So yeah, there you go. Two great guys. Can't say so much about your birth year on film though. So we've done them all now, and I have to say, I probably got to give it to myself or Jay for the years of what's on film, 71 or 74. All of us have had different high notes, but as a whole, I probably have to give it to Jay as a whole for the year in general. So there we go. Happy birthday year, 1951. Later.